Hey guys and gals, today's little video is going to be a jerkbait video about how to use a jerkbait in the spring post-spawn, what jerkbaits I like to use and what tactics I use. So there's two primary jerkbaits I'm going to run with. Is going to be a more shallow diving jerkbait. I'm going to use it on a smaller rod, lighter line, probably a spinning rod. And I'm going to use a smaller jerkbait. I can throw it on a bait caster. It's going to be medium action, 8 to 12 pound tests, 10 probably max. And I'm trying to work up in the shallows where the beds are at, where the fries are at. I'm gonna work around laydowns, rocks, logs. The other type of jerkbait I'm gonna use is going to be a little bit deeper diving, so I can get down in that 6 to 8 foot range. I can fish over 10-15 feet of water. The fish will come up and hit it. And one of my favorite jerkbaits to use is a Megabass S10+1. We got one of those right here. Also throw a Strike King jerkbait, a bunch of others, so Yozuri, whatever. I mean, it just depends on the color and the action that I'm looking for, really. The bill, the body design, but Megabass is definitely one of the best. So we're going to show you a couple of ways that we retrieve it in the summer, how we work it. So smash that subscribe and like button. Thanks for watching Common Sense Fishing. All right, now for most jerkbait fishing, I pretty much fish them very similar to the way I fish a squarebill. I'll get up to a shoreline like this, and instead of casting my jerkbait at the shoreline there and bringing it out to me, I'm going to get right up along the shoreline and cast it that same way, so that I stay in the strike zone the whole time. So by the time I get this in, I'm going to be almost in perfect position, but show you guys the idea. Oh, there's a little guy with it. Oh, got him. So the little dude, I seen him go for it actually down there. Came out of the darkness right here. Probably could have used something else to get him, but I'm having fun with the jerkbait today, so I figured we'd do a little video for you guys. So I get up parallel and work the bait along the shoreline, not away from the shoreline. You have stuff like that happen, and usually it could be a really big, nice bass hanging in there. Come out and crush your jerkbait. It's an awesome technique post spawn. I love it. By the way, the males here are already throwing up fry. So post spawn definitely out here at New Hogan Reservoir, and having fun. So anyways, like I was saying, I'm going to get right up parallel with the shoreline. We're going to show you, and I'm going to fish this shoreline from here down. If we catch some fish, awesome. If not, we'll at least show you the technique, the retrieve, the rod and reel. So this particular setup, I'm using 15 pound test, fluoro, medium heavy rod, and I tend to usually throw the bigger jerk baits on this setup right here, and I'm going for the bigger mamas. I usually have my hooks upgraded and all that. Right now I'm just using a Megabass 110 plus. It's getting down there deep. The size of the line doesn't seem to be affecting its action too much. Usually I'm going to use something like 12 pound test. So let's show you guys how we do this. All right, now to show you guys how I'm working it, and a couple of other tips, is use the right gear for the right situation. For example, right now I'm okay just using this stock out the box. I mean, if I get a big one, I'm probably going to wish I had upgraded everything. But if I'm fishing Clear Lake or the Delta, these little hooks are not going to do the job. They're going to straighten out and snap. When you hook a fish and it's near structure and a bunch of other stuff that it can take you into, you really want to have some level of control. Even out here, the fish can run you into the rocks and stuff. So you want to have, the right tools for the right job. I'm just out here having fun, tossing it post spawn, not really catching anything monstrous, and just having a good time with it. Otherwise, if I was all serious and I was at the Delta or Clear Lake, or a spot where I knew there were some big ones, I would definitely upgrade these hooks. Oh, there's two. There's one with it. All right, so as we were talking, just got one right here. So anyways, trying to give you guys tips and tricks, but the fish won't leave this jerkbait alone. So with that being said, make sure you're using the right stuff. Make sure that your test is right on your line. Don't fish it on 6 and 8 pound test. I mean, I highly suggest against it unless you're doing some winter finesse jerkbaiting with some of the smaller jerkbaits. Then yeah, that'll work. But this time of year, you know, go with a little bit heavier, you know, 10 minimum, 15 or 17 pound max, and medium heavy is my go-to rod for a jerkbait. You can throw some pretty big size ones and you can throw some pretty small ones, but when you're really finesse jerkbaiting, you might go to a medium action. So switch up your speeds, and sometimes try going fast, and then sometimes try going slow. Give it, you know, some pauses in between your jerks. And the other thing is you can do that in the same cast. So part of it, go fast and then slow down, give it some pauses, take your time. And then you can analyze during what section did you get bit, when you were moving fast, right when you stopped, right when you started going fast again after going slow. And you can kind of put together a pattern on a pattern where you're dialing them in really good. Now, another thing that's super important, if you guys notice, is I'm fishing up here parallel to the bank, and I'm not casting at the bank out. I'm running my stuff right into boulders, rocks and stuff. It's a floater, so it gets down there pretty deep, but if I run into something, I'll just take my time and let it float up. And the bass are holding real tight right now, post spawn to structure, and to the fry are down there as well on the structure and the rocks. And there's also some bass on the beds still, so you want to stay relatively shallow. There are bass in as deep as 20 foot deep or so, 25 foot deep right now. And I got one today that deep, so they're all over post spawn. They're smashing on the top too. I tried top water, no luck. So anyways, one thing I was going to say is that it's extremely important that you get up parallel and you fish parallel with the shoreline, not at the shoreline, and bring it out. I really have to hammer that in, that if you're fishing reaction, my main tip and suggestion to you is to get up shallow like this. And if you have another guy in the boat, he can either B, fish reaction like you, or A, you know, fish reaction like you and fish different angles, or even take different times making casts, kind of like a choo-choo chain. You go right, he goes left, and you go cast after cast, and you're next to each other by a few feet. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff. You can also bottom bounce and cast out deeper and work the lure up. But if you're sure that the ticket is going to be reaction, then I recommend getting up shallow. Do not and get up parallel. Do not, you know, you can even do it out deep. So my bad on the shallow part, but what I meant is parallel. Get parallel to the shoreline and work your bait alongside it, not away from it. That's like the number one thing I think that makes a difference between some guys reaction fishing and other guys reaction fishing. You know, like how good are you, how successful are you going to be? Because if you're casting at the shore and bringing it down, you only have that lure in the strike zone for so long. But if you figure out the strike zone and just cast in it over and over, you stay in that strike zone for, you know, 100 yards or, you know, 60 yards at a time. So if you know that the fish are in 8 to 12 or whatever, you know, you can sit there in 8 to 12 and cast in front of you and bring your lure, you know, down 8 to 12 feet for a long stretch, instead of casting into 2, having 3 seconds, you know, 3 feet of 8 to 12. Next thing you know, you're out over 15, 20. So it's not the best way to fish power fishing. So if you're going to crankbait, if you're going to jerkbait, if you're going to spinnerbait, I would highly recommend fishing parallel to the shore. So I hope I've hammered that in. That's the most important tip or trick I can give you about any kind of power fishing that involves a lure that it's not on the bottom. So if it's reaction, top water, jerk bait, spinner bait, crankbait, any of those, you really want to stay up close to the shore and cast along it. Do not cast at it and bring it away. All right, made some adjustments here, and whew, I snapped off one. Ooh, he almost came undone. All right, nice. I snapped one off on the Ned rig, so I threw my jerk bait up there. I've been seeing them follow my lures when they come in fast, and they've been attacking at them and then stopping right at the boat. So I threw a jerk bait, and man, like second cast of shallow, bam. So let's get her off and show you. All right, out here at New Hogan, getting a bunch of spotted bass, seeing some monster stripers, but gotta find the largies. We're gonna head to some rocks, some different water, then we're gonna head upriver. So let's get some more fish. We'll see you guys on the next one. This fat little guy. Hungry baby. Let's get her back. Thanks for watching. Throwing jerk baits, square bills, Ned rigs, getting them. So see if we can put together a decent limit, and we'll see you guys at the end of the day. Let's go get some more. Hope you guys are enjoying today's show. Don't forget to smash that subscribe and like. Tearing them up on the jerk bait. The bass have already turned on the fry, and the mamas are already cruising, moving around, hitting top water and stuff out here at New Hogan. So get them. I'm trying to throw crankbaits, spinner baits, and jerk baits out deeper, and I can't get any of the mamas. I seen one like 8 to 10 pounds, and I've also seen a couple of monster stripers, but so far I couldn't get anything to commit on the bigger side. I'm throwing LV 500s, crankbaits, jerk baits, Ned rig, Nico rig, all kinds of stuff, and I'm catching a lot of fish, but no size. So let's get back to it, get back out on the water and smash some more and see what we can do. So thanks for watching Common Sense Fishing. Another jerkbait bass here. All right, little males. Let's go find some big girls. Looks like the females are sitting about 15 to 25 on that drop off, just kind of hanging out. Seen them on Fish Finder, got one of them so far. Let's get some more. All right, so we're just cruising the shallows, throwing jerk baits and square bills. Right now jerk baits seem to be winning over square bills for sure. About a 2 to 3 second pause at max, and I'm keeping an eye on the Fish Finder for any mamas suspended or on the bottom out in deeper water, and if I see them I'll toss back at them. So I've been doing okay with that. Another jerkbait fish. Yeah. All right. So this jerkbait is going to town today. Let's see if we can get some more, huh? I'm using a Mega Bass 110, and this one is a little bit deeper diving. It's got the longer bill. This is the 110 plus, I believe, and she is going to town. Oh, poor bass is gonna be blind after this. Let's see if I can avoid making them blind. There we go. Smacking some bass with the Mega Bass 110. Throwing this baby out there. Having some good luck. Let's just find the big ones. It looks like the big ones are going to be out deeper. And we're catching all these small males up shallow, like I was saying. All the buck males are up there. No females up shallow right now. And, ooh, there was one right there actually. Holy smokes. I just seen one. Wondering if it followed that other one in. Alright, well, let's get some more. We're using right now a jerkbait with softer jerks, not super hard. 110 plus. Getting down maybe 8 feet deep. And I just seen a bass right now. Leave a bed area. Another little guy here on the jerkbait. So definitely catching numbers today with the Mega Bass jerkbait, but the sizes came off of the square bill and the Ned rig, and I have a feeling the bigger mama's a little deeper. I've seen a few cruising, and they're definitely right now they're spitting up bass fry. So with that being said, you're probably going to catch a ton of males up shallow. But anyways, let's keep having fun. See if we can catch some big ones. Oh, wasn't hooked that good. Damn it. I watched it eat it too. Right here by the boat. That was a good one. It was decent. Would have been like 1.75 pounds, maybe 2. Oh, would have helped our limit a bit, you know, made it a little fatter. So basically almost working it like a drop shot. I'm getting it down there and then barely twitching it, and then it floats up and then barely twitching it. So I'm working it a little bit slower when I'm getting bit, actually. Nice, another spotted bass here. Using the jerkbait. Alright, well, let's get her off the hook, and we'll give you guys as much information as possible. Oh man, there's some monsters right here, guys. I'll see you on them if I get them. Easy release. He had another one with him too. So shallow off these rocks. Saves me getting them unhooked. I don't want no jerkbait in the finger. If it had been a big one though, heck no, I would have been all over that. Got a lot of fish today, and I've seen some monsters. I've seen some 5+, and I've seen one that was probably 8 to 11 or so, and then I seen one jump that was a striper that was probably 15, 20 pounds or something. Huge old striper. Man, seen some big fish today, but nothing on the end of me old line. So I'm like got fish fever right now. You can tell it's past time to go home pretty much, and I'm still out here fishing. I don't want to go home yet. I want to catch one of them big ones. I've been seeing some big girls. Oh, and it's frustrating because the wind will come and go, and it's mostly windy, and then occasionally it'll get unwindy and you can see a few, and they're not a lot. There's just a few. There's a lot of normal size ones, you know, 1.5 to 3 pounds, but occasionally I've seen good 3 or 4 monster bass today so far, but no takers. I've got a bunch of dinks, and most of the monster bass have all pretty much been up shallow on beds, and won't bite, and they're not locked. They'll just swim off. So, and they don't come back for a while too, but they come back. But it's just been frustrating. Alright, one of the last fish to close out the day, huh? Alright. And let's boat flipper. There we go. Nice. Megabass jerkbait going to town. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a limit like this out here at Lake New Hogan, probably 8-9 pounds for our 5 fish. So thanks for watching. We'll show you them all. We're going to take some pictures, let them go, and catch you guys on the next adventure. Thanks for watching Common Sense Fishing. Well, it got away from me. There's one. All right, catching a bunch of fish like this all day. So thanks for watching. We're gonna let these guys go and get out of here. All right, folks, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed our jerkbait tips and tricks, and we caught a ton of fish today. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe and like. We have live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. So come on, drop on in, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next adventure.